What's up, music lovers? This is Jex Russell once again, coming at you with another CD update, and this is a big one. This is a big one. This is like a quarter pounder. So stay tuned. I got a lot of stuff to talk about. Hey, what's going on, guys? Jex back again with an update. Been a while. Been a long time, actually. I've been waiting to do this for a long time. I've been kind of putting it off because, as you saw, I have a lot of stuff to talk about, and I'm just like, how am I going to get through this without taking forever? So, yeah, this stuff is going back to, like, late June. I started buying these goodies. So, I'm just going to jump right in. You guys sit back, relax, enjoy yourselves, and leave comments as usual. Love hearing from you guys. So, here we go. CD number 1 of 20. All right. First one I got. Slayer, Show No Mercy. I was never able to get into Slayer, which is kind of odd to me because I love all the other bands in the Big Four, Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, love all those guys. But Slayer, for some reason, I don't know what it is. I could never get into them, except for this album, Show No Mercy, their debut, 1983. I love it. It's pure, all-out thrash metal. It's fast, it's raw, it's aggressive, and that's what I like. And I can get past, the Satan, 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 kill, kill, kill lyrics, because I know that it's nothing to be taken seriously. Back then, Slayer was after one thing and one thing only, and that was to shock. And in 1983, this definitely was shocking. But, again, I love it. And I'll try, it's been a while that I tried listening to their later stuff, Slayer. Maybe I'll give them another try and like them, I don't know. But like I said, I tried them many times in the past because I thought I should like these guys, but could never really get into them. But again, Show No Mercy is a fantastic album. This is the 2004, I believe, 2004 reissue, digitally remastered on Metal Blade. So yeah, just gonna show you this real quick. As you can see, they've come a long way since. They don't really look the same anymore. This is back when they used to wear makeup and kind of look like the Misfits. Look at that. Huh? So yeah, pretty cool release. I'm really glad to have it. So yeah, Slayer, Show No Mercy. And the next one I got, these I all got over at Spin It, and Spin It. They always have this buy two, get one free deal going on the CDs, so I thought, well, I'm going to get 3. So the second one I got, Alice Cooper, Trash, 1989, Epic Records. I like this album. Obviously, Alice Cooper had come a long way. This is no longer the Alice Cooper band from the 70s. It's very different. Obviously, at this time in his career, he had taken more of a pop, glam, metal approach, but I like it. I like anything Alice Cooper, really, and this is a great one. Poison, the opening track, big hit for Alice at the time. And I'll be honest, I didn't used to like that song, but over the years it grew on me. I like it now, but in the past I didn't really care for it. I don't know what it is. It's just something about it. I was like, yeah. But I like it now. House of Fire is another good one. One of my personal favorites on here is the track 7, This Maniac's in Love with You. Awesome, awesome track. It's great guitar. I like it a lot. And the title track, Trash. Good stuff from Alice Cooper. Yeah, Trash. And like I said, buy 2 get 1 free. So for the third one, this is one I couldn't believe wasn't in my collection already. Really psyched to have it. Megadeth. Peace sells, but who's buying? 1986, and this is the 2011, 2011? Yeah, 2011, 25th anniversary edition. 2 discs. The first disc is the remastered album. Second disc is Live at the Fantasy Theater, Cleveland, 1987. And I haven't listened to the bonus disc yet, but obviously I've listened to the album before. Classic Megadeth. One of my favorite Megadeth albums. This and Rust in Peace are my 2 favorite albums. I was actually reading Mustaine's autobiography at the time. I finished it now, but I was reading his autobiography, and around the time I found this, I was just around the part where they were recording this, so I'm like, I just had this craving to get the album, and I found it. So, yeah. Essential. These next 3 I'll go through real quick. I found these at a cool little shop I've been going to called Matt's Media Outlet. And he had these, they were $5 a piece, and I thought, you know what? I don't have enough by these guys. So here we go. The Doors, self-titled, 1968, I think. I don't know. This is an 88 reissue. I forget. I'm gonna have to put it down here somewhere. Strange Days. Again, I think this is 1970. The years aren't on here. Make me look like a fool. And last but certainly not the least, Morrison Hotel. Oh, this one has a year, 1970. Yeah, I love the Doors, man. I always have. Well, I've liked the Doors since I was 9 years old. I heard them through my big sister Natasha. She was a teenager at the time. She's 5 years older than I am, so she would listen to the Doors, and I would hear them. I'm like, man, these guys are cool. You know, the keyboard. I couldn't get over it, and to this day, I'm a fan. I keep trying to get Pla to like the Doors. You know my buddy Pla Addiction. He's not a fan, and I'm like, I don't understand because it sounds like something he would like. But what are you gonna do? You can't win them all. But yeah, I didn't have any of these. So now the only one I'm missing is Waiting for the Sun. Is the only Doors album I'm missing on CD. I don't have any on vinyl. But yeah, that's the only one I'm missing. Well, of the Jim Morrison days, I'm not counting anything that came after without Jim Morrison. But the only Doors of the Jim Morrison era I'm missing is Waiting for the Sun. So moving right along, Kiss, Lick It Up. Didn't have this one, needed it in my collection. This was actually a gift from Pla, once again. I was just sitting at his place one night, and he was showing me just CDs that he had picked up. Just a whole stack of them. And I'm going through them, like, oh, nice, Kiss, Lick It Up. And he's like, you don't have that one? I said, no. You know, he sensed my enthusiasm, and he was like, oh, take it. I was like, what? And because the day before, he had actually given me a vinyl copy of Animalize, which I talked about in my last vinyl update. So I was like, no, dude, like, I'm not trying to take your stuff, even though I'm enthusiastic, it doesn't mean I want it. But he's like, no, go ahead, you're a bigger fan than I am. I'm like, cool. So yeah, this is the 1997 remaster of Lick It Up. Here we go. Great album, don't have to say much about this. Top tracks on here for me, Exciter, Young and Wasted, All Hell's Breaking Loose, and A Million to One. Great 80s Kiss. Next one up, it's playing in the background, hopefully not too loud because I don't want to strike, but it's King Diamond, Abigail, 1987. Yes, 1987. This is the remastered from 1997. Yeah, I didn't have anything by King Diamond. I didn't have anything by Merciful Fate in my collection, and I've liked what I've heard over the years. I just never picked any up, and then I found this. It was $8. Found it over at Livewire, local record store here. So I jumped on the chance. Really cool. Yeah, anyone who knows me, you know that I love high notes. I love falsetto vocals, and everybody knows that King Diamond is the king. See what I did there? He's the king of falsetto vocals. So yeah, had to pick it up, and I'm loving it. I've only listened to it a few times, but amazing album, amazing guitar, vocals, obviously. So I really want more from King Diamond. I need more in my collection. Next up, Van Halen, Diver Down. This is an album I've kind of avoided over the years just because I was always under the impression that it was all covers. I always thought it was just a cover album, and I'm like, well, Van Halen, I would prefer original songs. And then eventually I found out that there's 5 of the 12 songs are covers, but the rest are all originals, I think. I'm forgetting right now, you'll have to forgive me. It's kind of hot here. But yeah, I listened to it, and man, what an amazing album. And this is the remaster from 2000, which I'm actually collecting those. Yeah, I really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. Where Have All the Good Times Gone? Great way to open the album. What else? Hang 'Em High, Cathedral, Secrets, Intruder. I'm just going through the full track listing right now, but they're all really good. There's the Roy Orbison cover, Pretty Woman, obviously. That was somewhat of a hit at the time. So yeah, and they end with Happy Trails, which is kind of a nice way to end the album, I thought. Yeah, Van Halen, Diver Down, 1982. Yes, I'm having the hardest time with the years tonight. Man, oh man. All right, next up, Deep Purple, Burn. A huge Deep Purple fan. I have been for a long time, and but the thing is, the Deep Purple I always liked were the Ian Gillan years. I've always been a fan of the Ian Gillan years. Like I just said, high notes. I'm a sucker for that. But I've never really paid attention. I've never really paid attention to the other eras of Deep Purple. So this, of course, is the David Coverdale era. And you know what? It's just as good. Obviously, it's got that Deep Purple sound. It's got the keyboards, the killer guitars by Ritchie Blackmore. It's awesome. I really loved it. And sometimes David Coverdale's voice actually holds a slight resemblance to Ian Gillan, I thought. The slightest thing, but they have their similarities. And yeah, I look forward to listening to this again. I only listened to it just a couple of times so far, but I'm really enjoying it. And I'd like to take this opportunity to give a shout out to Mr. Lord Doom Paul. He picked this up around the same time I did, on vinyl though. He showed it off in one of his videos. And yeah, he's just a really cool dude, really interesting, entertaining. So if you don't know Lord Doom Paul, check him out. Alright. Next up, this is one I wanted for years. L7, Smell the Magic. I don't really know how to describe L7's sound, but just take punk, 90s grunge, metal, and just put them together, and that's pretty much what you get. It's an all-female band, really just aggressive, angry. It's just so awesome. And the opening track, Shove, it's just so great, so powerful. You know, get out of my way, or I'm gonna shove. It's awesome. I really like this band. I don't have anything else by them, but I've been looking for this album maybe for 5 years now, and I found it for $5. I was really happy. Yeah, I definitely recommend it. This is like the 90s answer to the Runaways, in a way. Just a lot more aggressive and angry than the Runaways. L7, Smell the Magic. Alright, another good one. There's been a lot of talk about Crocus lately on the VC. My buddy Pla picked up pretty much their whole discography. I'm working on picking up their stuff on vinyl myself, but I found this CD, and I wasn't going to leave it behind. It's the best of Crocus, Stayed Awake All Night. Really, really great compilation. I love the artwork. So yeah, this is a must. Although, if I had to make one complaint about this, it's just that it's too damn short. There are 10 songs on here, and 3 of them are covers. You have American Woman, Ballroom Blitz, and School's Out are all covers. So you have 7 original songs. 7 original songs on a best of! You know, which I think is a shame, but that's the only complaint I have to make. The original songs that are on here are great. Headhunter, Eat the Rich, Long Stick Goes Boom, Screaming in the Night, Midnight Maniac, Stayed Awake All Night, Our Love. It's a great compilation. I'm really happy to have found it. Next up, yes, 90125. This is another one that just I've been hearing about lately, and I was like, you know what? I'm kind of curious. You know, Owner of a Lonely Heart, big hit for them at the time. Hear it all the time on the radio. But one that I really like is the song Changes that I just heard lately. And pretty much the reason I picked up the CD. It was $2. I thought, oh, this is cool. And I can't say much about the rest. I've only listened to it the once. And, you know, it hasn't sunk in yet, but it's a good album. It's not the Yes that I know and love, you know, from the 70s, but still a very solid album. All right, you wanted the best, you got the best. Kiss. This is Live 3, and you wanted the best, you got the best. This is, well, I'll start with this one. Obviously, this is Live. Live 3, this was a big deal in 1992 because they didn't release any live album in the 80s, so this was it. Like, they have a lot of their biggest 80s hits on here. You know, Creatures of the Night, Heaven's on Fire, I Still Love You, Lick It Up, Forever, I Love It Loud. You know, they're all on here, so it was nice to finally hear those live. And something I thought cool, I'm going to show real quick, is that if you open up the insert, you actually have the Kiss family tree. Everyone that's been involved with Kiss and all the other side projects they've had before or since. It's really, really cool. I was really pleasantly surprised to see that. It's really interesting. And, you know, every member that's ever been in Kiss and everything they've been involved in, it's all there. So yeah, I like Live 3. I like a lot of their 80s stuff. So like I said, it was really cool to hear that stuff live finally. And this one here, this is another actually live album, but it's a compilation. You have, I think, 4 songs from Alive, 4 songs from Alive 2, and then 4 unreleased tracks. And then you have an interview with Kiss by Jay Leno. So it's pretty cool. I'll have to listen to it again. I just had it on in the car one day, but I wasn't really listening. I was talking. So yeah, but it's a really great collector's item. So, and it's Kiss, so I wasn't gonna leave it behind. Anything Kiss I could find, I try to pick up. All right, next one. How am I doing on time? 16 minutes. All right, let's try to make it fast. I've been wanting this one for quite a while now, and I finally found myself a copy. Black Sabbath Dehumanizer. Rodney James Dio and longtime drummer Vinny Appice are back. They rejoined forces with Tony Iommi and Geezer Butler. And man, what an album this is. It's, you know, obviously this is their first collaboration since Mob Rules, which was in 1981. So it had been 11 years. And this, it's awesome. It doesn't sound like Black Sabbath at all. It sounds more like a Dio album. But I absolutely love it. I've been listening to it a lot on my headphones and just Computer God, After All, what else? Master of Insanity, Time Machine. You actually have two versions of Time Machine on here, the album version and the Wayne's World version, which I don't hear a big difference between them, but I think I like the Wayne's World version better because it's the one I'm used to, right? And one of my favorite songs on here is Buried Alive. Oh man, just great heavy track. So yeah, Dehumanizer. If you don't have this, you need to get yourself a copy now. All right, couple of Jethro Tull albums here. Thick as a Brick and Aqualung. Tull. I love Jethro Tull. I needed more stuff in my collection. Actually, I don't think I had any on CD. So Thick as a Brick. Obviously, everybody knows this. It's just two songs, each running at over 20 minutes apiece. Yeah, it's Tull, man. They have their own unique sound, and this is just progressive as heck, and it's great. It's some would say one of their best albums, and I think I would agree. However, this is my favorite album by them, Aqualung. The opening track, Aqualung. Cross-Eyed Mary is probably one of my favorite tracks on here. Locomotive Breath. Yeah, Aqualung. Great stuff. And these are on the Chrysalis label, and I think these are 1984 releases. And one thing I have to say about these is that the volume is very, very low. Like, I was in the car and I had to crank it just to get a good sound going. And then when I take the CDs out, the radio would be blasting. I was like, whoa! So yeah, they sound great, but that's the only thing. The sound quality is very, very low. All right, I'll go through these real quick. $5 bin at Walmart. This one I wasn't gonna leave behind. It's Ozzy Osbourne, Blizzard of Oz. Now let me explain real quick. This is the 2011 reissue, as opposed to the 2002 reissue, which I already had. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, well, isn't it the same thing? Let me tell you, they couldn't be more different. Most of you probably know, but for the 3 people out there who aren't aware, let me explain. On the 2002 remastered, okay, they had the bass, both the bass track and the drum track, bass by Bob Daisley and drums by Lee Kerslake, completely removed and replaced by newly re-recorded bass tracks, bass by Robert Trujillo, from Metallica and former Suicidal Tendencies, and drums by Mike Bordin of Faith No More. So, and this is how, when I first picked up the album way back when, this is the version I was used to. So I didn't know it wasn't the original. I enjoyed it. I thought it was cool. But then later on, I found out what happened, and I was like, the lies! I can't believe it. So, when I saw this in the $5 bin, I made sure, I did my research. I'm like, okay, these are the original analog tapes, remastered, unaltered. So I thought I'm gonna pick this up because, as good as that is, it's just I'm not a fan of re-recordings, and it's just, I don't know. I don't think that was a cool move. That's just my opinion. But yeah, Blizzard of Oz, and for more Ozzy, wait until I make my my vinyl update. Got more Ozzy to talk about. All right, last one. This is the only one that's different, really. It sticks out like a sore thumb, but here we go. Prince and the Revolution, Purple Rain, music from the motion picture. I like Prince, what can I tell you? And I don't want you to think, oh, okay, you're picking up his stuff because he died and all that. No, not really. Like, this is actually, I kept seeing this at Walmart. This is like even before he passed away, and I always debated. I was like, oh, should I get it? And I always passed it up. And just lately, I heard, what's the song? When Doves Cry, I heard it on the radio, and I'm like, man, that's a good song, man. So, yeah, I went back and picked it up. I like Prince. Phenomenal guitar player. So, yeah, I had to pick it up. And I know my wife likes that song, too, When Doves Cry. So, if it's wife approved, that's always a good thing, right? Alright, guys, that is it. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you liked it. That was a lot to talk about. Let me know. Thumbs up if you liked it. Leave some comments as usual. And vinyl update coming soon. Stay tuned. If you don't know L7, check them out. I don't even know how to describe their sound. It's... Take a blender, okay? Put in some punk, a little bit of 90s grunge, and some metal. You know, blend it. And add an all-female, you know... Wait a minute.